Next on TV5 News Live.
Are you a student living in an off-campus apartment? If you are, we have some information for you.
Also, driving on Interstate 80 may become a little more complicated. The details are next.
And will this spring warm up? Stay with us. Find out in tonight's weather. All this and more coming up right after this on Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
Made possible through a grant by Fox's Pizza Den. Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion and offers all-day delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
I'll take Simmons.
Yeah. Give me Jones.
Anderson.
Smith.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Swifka.
Harris.
Lavenger.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demanded. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, it wouldn't a better name for a movie to come out now, and I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have, and you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated. People I know so. Well, ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, March 13th, 2001. I'm Susan Honorad.
And I'm Amanda Miller. Here's a look at some of the stories we have for you in the next half hour.
Census 2000 numbers are out for Clarion County. We'll take a look at those coming up.
Find out what some winter weather woes in Florida are coming up.
And Monica Williams will join us tonight with a look at your weather outlook. Stay with us. All this and more is coming up on TV5 News Live.
But we start tonight with a travel alert for you. The bridge that carries Route 66 over Interstate 80 in Clarion Township will be reduced to a 10-foot wide lane in each direction starting very soon. The lane closures were expected to start yesterday, but as you can see by this video, the cones have not gone up yet. TV5 News spoke with PennDOT today, and we have been assured that the cones will be going up soon. So enjoy the last 4 lanes while they last. It may not be for much longer. Pennsylvania State Police are reporting a case of DUI and drug possession on Interstate 80 this past weekend. Police stopped and arrested Thomas B. Trazaskowski for driving under the influence after he was seen driving erratically in his 1993 Ford Bronco. Trazaskowski was also found in possession of a small amount of marijuana, a hypodermic needle, and other drug paraphernalia. State Police continue their investigation.
An update now on a story we have been bringing you for the past few weeks. The Department of Environmental Protection may hold a public meeting to discuss Temple Inland's request to increase emissions from their Paint Township fiberboard plant. The DEP sent a letter to residents who asked for a meeting stating there would be a chance for public comment on the possible changes at the plant. The DEP is reviewing the plant's request and no date has been set for the possible public meeting. The Clarion News is reporting that a prison correction officer at the Clarion County Jail has filed a grievance over his wages. The unidentified employee says he should receive $10.30 per hour instead of the $10 per hour he is currently receiving. He cites union contract terms as the reason for the grievance. This information came from County Commissioner David Seifert, who chairs the County Board of Inspectors. The officer worked as a part-time employee before he began full-time work this past January. His contract states that he will receive a 10-cent per hour increase in his salary every year. The employee believes he should be given credit for his work as a part-time employee. However, Seifert doesn't see it that way. County commissioners have forwarded the grievance to the county's labor relations consultant to formulate a response.
Clarion County is growing. Well, not by huge numbers, but the population in Clarion County rose, according to figures released from the 2000 census. Between 1990 and 2000, the population rose 0.2%, or 66 residents for all of Clarion County. The population growth hit the entire state, with Pennsylvania having a population growth of 3.4%. That's the nation's third lowest growth rate, with the national average being 13.4%. Think about this the next time you fill your cars up with gas. For every gallon of gas you pump, 1/2 of 1 cent is allocated for road improvements in the area where you pump the gas. Here's how some of these pennies go from the gas pump and are allocated in Clarion County. Clarion County Commissioners have approved nearly $46,000 for Elk Township, $50,000 for Beaver Township, $20,000 for Clarion Borough, and $6,000 each for Madison and Richland Townships to make road improvements from these gas pump funds. Clarion County has not received any of the funds used to pay for these allocations yet, but is expected to in April.
Clarion Hospital may be expanding. They are planning an addition of a new comprehensive cancer care center. The center will have 3 cancer specialists on staff and new diagnostic and treatment equipment. Clarion Hospital CEO Don Evans is excited about the addition.
I'm very excited about the potential for Clarion Hospital to develop a cancer center. We're looking at building a new building attached to the hospital where we will be able to combine both chemotherapy and radiation oncology for our patients. In addition, the center will also have a second floor which will add physician offices as well as a fixed MRI to the hospital campus.
The center will be a 2- or 3-story addition to the current building. Stay with us. There is much more to come.
If you're a student living in an off-campus apartment, you could be in danger. Find out how to protect yourself right after the break.
Plus, get the details of a police standoff right next door in Ohio.
And as always, we will look at your TV5 weather forecast. Stay with us. TV5 News Live continues after this.
Of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant. The Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant is located at 540 Main Street in Clarion and offers dining as well as a nightclub. The restaurant and nightclub are open 7 days a week for your convenience. Call the Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant 226-8400.
Hi everybody, I'm Brandy. How would you like to give hope to millions of the world's children? UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, is saving lives in over 140 countries by providing kids with medicine, clean water, nutrition, and education. With your help, UNICEF can make a huge difference in our world. For more information, call 1-800-FOR-KIDS. Thank you.
Wardrobe for some TV5 news anchors provided by Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for junior trendy, girls, or fashion for women, they have it all, with many different styles. Fashion Bug also offers a wide selection of accessories. Fashion Bug is located in the Clarion Mall, just off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m., and Sunday from noon till 5.
On the big highway of life, only one safe place for kids. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Put that booties in the backseat now. Have that condition never meet out. Here to remind you to put them behind you. Oh, look here. To stay alive even when I drive.
From Clarion's very own, Susan Honorat, Amanda Miller, Joy Stray, Matt Ness. From Studio A, this is TV5 News Live. Welcome back to TV5 News Live. Clarion Borough is often described as a college town because Clarion University is housed in its borders. With this being a college town, many college students live in off-campus apartments or houses. But how safe are those houses? Clarion Borough Police Chief Clay Williams and Clarion Borough Zoning Officer Bob Reagon are inviting students to come to a presentation to answer those questions. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. in 250 and 252 Gemmel, students are invited to a brief presentation on off-campus safety followed by a question and answer period.
Governor Tom Ridge said he was hoping to get back to the golf course today after spending some time in a Florida hospital. Ridge was admitted on Sunday to the Orlando Regional Medical Center. Doctors say he was hit by an apparent urinary tract infection caused by a kidney stone. Pennsylvania's top community college graduates will have a chance to receive free tuition at any of 14 state-owned universities starting this fall. The state system of higher education today announced a special academic passport to keep high-achieving community college students in the state after they graduate.
A 25-hour armed standoff with Cleveland police is over in Ohio. As Harry Boomer from our affiliate WOIO reports, the suspect is now in custody and will be questioned in Alabama about the beating deaths of 2 women.
25 hours plus after the standoff began, it ended with SWAT taking Wakili Brown into custody. They forced him out of the upstairs unit where he was holed up. Police brought him out and put him into a waiting police cruiser.
You've got to be relieved that your son is out unharmed.
Yes, but there's only one thing that I want to say, and it's thank you, Lord, for looking out for my son. Thank you, Lord.
Wakili Brown, who police believe is responsible for the murder of his girlfriend, Sheree Jameson, and her mother, Dottie Jameson. Both were bludgeoned to death in their home in Alabama. Police here lost contact with him for 8 hours overnight. They re-established it this morning. Police Chief Marty Flask made a personal appeal for Brown to surrender.
I got on the phone and I asked him to voluntarily surrender. I told him that I would walk to the front of his home, unarmed, and he could come out and surrender voluntarily, and I would ensure his safety. I walked down to the front of the home and called him on my cell phone, but he declined to come out. In fact, he declined to come to the window. So left us really no option other than a forced entry.
Police shot at least 10 volleys of pepper spray into the house to force Wakili Brown out. He surrendered without an exchange of gunfire.
Coming up next, a look ahead to your weekend weather forecast. But first, here's a look at tonight's lotto numbers.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Carpet Barn. The Carpet Barn is located at 470 South 5th Avenue in Clarion. The Carpet Barn is open Monday through Saturday for all your carpet needs. So call the Carpet Barn, 226-7332.
This portion of the program was made possible through a grant from Clarion Hospital. Clarion Hospital is located off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Clarion Hospital offers outpatient services, transitional care, as well as an emergency room open around the clock every day of the year. More than 400 employees and 80 physicians work to serve the community. Call the Clarion Hospital at 226-9500. Clarion Hospital, providing health care to Clarion County and surrounding communities since 1954.
Welcome back. Imagine looking for a needle in a haystack 20,000 feet below the ocean's surface. For a job that challenging, there are only a handful of people you can turn to. TV5's very own Elaine Quijano has more on some deep-sea explorers who do stand alone in their field.
In the next 20 years, everything that we want to find can be found.
Year-old Greek shipping vessel found off the coast of Cyprus. A Maryland-based underseas exploration company made that discovery and many more.
We come around 15 degrees from port, steady up on 035, over.
For 15 years, the Nauticos Corporation has scoured the ocean floor looking for sunken objects, shipwrecks, submarines, even downed planes.
If you want it back, this is the only way you're going to get it.
But to get it, researchers spend months and sometimes years narrowing down a search area before even catching a glimpse of the ocean. Once at sea, the search begins by dropping sonar equipment into the water and dragging it along the ocean bottom.
We call it mowing the lawn. We just have to keep going path after path after path for day after day.
After they find their target, the operation shifts here to this control room where a pilot uses this joystick to control the remote-operated vehicle and identify what they found.
There's no other means of doing that. Divers are really only good to about 200 feet on a practical sense.
Worldwide, less than 10 companies do this type of exploration, but each given technology opened up. Soon, many more sunken treasures could be discovered. In Lusby, Maryland, Elaine Quijano, TV5 News.
Costs for each expedition can easily run up to $50,000 per day. The Nauticos Corporation has recently awarded a U.S. Navy contract to serve as a search and recovery team.
In Greenville, Texas, the Ford Motor Company defended itself in court Tuesday on charges the design for its popular Explorer, a sports utility vehicle, is responsible for a rollover crash that killed 2 people. Attorneys for families of the 2 men killed in the accident, which happened on a Texas interstate 4 years ago, described the Explorer as unreasonably unsafe and imminently dangerous to human life and limb. The attorney said that the SUV should have been wider and lower. Ford blames the accident on driver negligence and defended its design as sound. And a witness statement included in the accident report said the driver of the Explorer realized he was in the median, overcorrected, and rolled to the 3 times. The trial is expected to last until the end of the month. Thunderstorms knocked out electricity nearly 8,000 people in the Daytona Beach area today. Winds gusting up to 60 miles an hour downed trees and power lines. The storms brought heavy rain, hail, and lightning. Several homes and businesses were damaged, but there were no reports of fatalities or serious injuries.
Monica Williams is joining us tonight with the weather. So, Monica, we've seen the last of snow?
Hopefully we have, but I think we're going to see some snow showers in our forecast, but nothing too heavy like we have been experiencing here in Clarion. We should be pretty much in the clear. Let's go ahead and take a look at our satellite map. As you can see, most of the clouds have moved out of our area and they're moving west, but you can see a small patch west of us that is going to move into our area, but it should pretty much not cause too much heavy cloud coverage in our area. As you can see south of us, they're not experiencing no cloud coverage, which would be nice. As you can see the low pressure fronts that are moving into our area, that's probably what we're experiencing right now, some of that wind, the heavy wind that has been going on all day. And let's see, our temperatures, we've been pretty much in the lower 30s, and around us have been experiencing 50s, and north of us in the lower 20s. So pretty mild, but hopefully will warm up throughout the duration of the week. As far as precipitation, as you can see in our area, we're experiencing snow/rain, and that should pretty much move out. Throughout the end of the week, we'll see, you know, some sun and clouds. And south of us, they weren't pretty much experiencing anything, which is nice. Wednesday, high of 43 with a low of 34. And Thursday, snow showers with a high of 34 with a low of 28. Friday, partly sunny, mostly cloudy with a high of 41 and a low of 27. And Saturday, we'll see the sun trying to peek out with a high of 43 and a low of 30.
Thanks, Monica. Sports follows the break, and this look at tonight's stock report.
call 1-800-6-CHILDREN.
It takes so little to save our waters for future generations. Using less toxic household cleaners and fewer lawn care chemicals protects so much. Helps stop water pollution forever. Clean water. If we all do a little, we can do a lot.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, it wasn't a better name for a movie to come out now, and I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have, and you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated. People I know so. Well, ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
It may not look like it, but you're watching the future of the Earth pass by. Because many of these products are made from materials you've been recycling. But to keep recycling working, you need to buy products that say, made from recycled materials. For all those next in line, it would mean the world to them.
Take Simmons. Yeah. Give me Jones.
Anderson.
Smith.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Sluka.
Harris.
Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demanded. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Here's a look at the sports with Matt Ness.
Thanks, ladies. Ed Jenkins, who sat out all but the last 4 minutes and 14 seconds of the second half with 4 fouls, came off the bench to lead Salem International to a 77-72 win over Clarion in the first round of the NCAA Division II East Regional. Jenkins, who had picked up his 4th foul in his first half technical, scored 6 of Salem's final 11 points and assisted on 4 others to lead the Tigers to the opening round win. Before Jenkins re-entered the game, both teams were trading baskets, with Salem holding a slim 66-65 lead. Clarion was able to tie the game at 66 on a free throw by Dave Ashear with 3:42 left, but 2 Jenkins passes to Derek Paul jump-started a 9-3 Salem run that ended with his Tigers holding a 75-69 lead with 1:28 to play, following a conventional 3-point play by Jenkins. But a 3-pointer from the NBA stripe by Raleigh Smith rattled in and out with 32 seconds left, and Chris Weekly hit 1 of 2 free throws with 24.4 seconds remaining, effectively ending the game. Despite the early exit from the NCAA Division II tournament, it was quite a successful season for the PSAC champions. Today marked the trade deadline in the National Hockey League, and there weren't any blockbuster trades that many Penguin fans were hoping for. But the team did add several new faces to the lineup over the past 2 days. Pittsburgh Penguins were looking to upgrade their defense that has played questionably in the last few weeks, and perhaps their goaltending. They traded defenseman Jeff Norton to the San Jose Sharks last night, bringing in defenseman Bobby Dallas and goalie Johan Henberg. Dallas, 36, had 1 goal, 1 assist, and 14 penalty minutes in 16 games with the Sharks. Pens also acquired left wing Dan LeContour from the Edmonton Oilers in exchange for defenseman Slav Butchson. The 23-year-old forward has played in 37 games this season with the Oilers, scoring 2 goals and 4 assists to go with 29 penalty minutes. Last season, LeContour played in 70 games with the Oilers farm team in Hamilton, scoring 23 goals and adding 17 assists for 40 points. Pens GM Craig Patrick finished off his dealings by getting defenseman Frantis Kukara from the Columbus Blue Jackets in the exchange for a 6th-round draft choice in the 2001 entry draft. Kukara, 33, played in 48 games this season for the Blue Jackets, scoring 7 points. The most prominent name to change zip codes today was Keith Tkachuk, who moved from Phoenix to St. Louis in a 4-player deal. In return, the Coyotes received centers Ladislav Nagy, Michael Hanzus, and Jeff Taft, as well as a 1st-round pick in the 2001 entry draft. That's all in sports. Back over to Mandy and Susan.
And finally tonight, nothing else has worked, so now they're trying bribes to get Oscar winners to keep their acceptance speech short. Producer Gil Cates says the winner with the shortest acceptance speech will get a high-definition TV. Everyone who keeps their thank yous to 45 seconds or shorter will get to post a longer list on the Oscars website. Thanks for joining us tonight for TV5 News Live. Join Carrie LaPoo and Kelly Enzo tomorrow night for TV5 News Live at 8 p.m. I'm Amanda Meller.
And I'm Susan Honorad. Have a good evening. forecasting.